Now in this lecture, we're going to retrieve that data that comes from the files in our post controller in their store method. This is where all that data is coming to, right? Now, if you don't have this commented out, make sure that you comment all this out, okay? And let's get started. So the way that we receive data from a file, from the form, it's by accessing the object. It has an object called requests, right? And we have it up here. Now this object has a method called file, and inside this method you got to give it the file name, the name value attribute. Well, if you go back to your form, to your create form, we saw that how we gave it, this is the name attribute value. It's going to be called file. So when it gets to the post, this is a post super global, right? So when this post super global value gets to here, remember that we have this files in regular PHP, all right? When we have the name, right? And we have, whatever, the file, whatever. So this post super global, the value, this value right here, would be equal to the one that we got to put here, okay? Now, if you return this data and you go to the browser and you look at it, this is just going to be a path with a temporary name. Let's go and let me show you how that looks. Let's go here, and you just got a picture already there, okay? And if I click create, we can see the name of that file, the path, and this name. If I go back and try this again, you can see that our name keeps changing. PHP XW2Y. All right, look at this Y2Y. All right, let's go back again. Let's try this again. That keeps changing. This is the temporary spacing memory that we have for that file. Okay, that's always going to keep changing. That's not the real name of the file. If you want to return the real name, then you have to do a little bit more digging. So let's apply this, all right, values to an object, right? Let's create this object out of it. And what we can do is let's just create some echoes here so you can see the different functionalities that we can. And I'm not going to show you all of them because there are so many, but I'm going to show you a couple so that way you can get an idea. Now with PHP Storm, and maybe if you have a really good editor, IDE, you can see the recommended, methods. So when I created this object now and I type in the little arrow, you can see all the methods that we can access. So now if I want to get the original name for this client, right, I just do this. And now if I go back and try this now, you can see that we get the name of the picture, the real name, right? We have so many methods that we can use, guys. It's unbelievable. And you see how easy Laravel makes it for us. All we have to do is type in PHP Storm makes it for us. We can even inspect the size of the client. Okay, let's go back and let's look at the size. All right, of course, you might want to create a little functionality where you can convert the bytes into kilobytes, or maybe detect it if it's over certain characters, certain numbers, is a megabyte or a gigabyte or whatever, and then you might want to not allow certain files in your application if they are bigger, than whatever you allow it to be. So that's something that can be done very easily, all right, especially with Laravel. But anyway, so as you can see here, we can get a lot of information out, and it's very easy to do it with these methods. You don't have to write the thing from scratch like we used to do before, okay, with native PHP. PHP allows, Laravel allows us to access methods that pulls that information out, and there's a lot of things that we can do to this to even create a more to create a better flexible application with files. All right, so anyway, thank you so much for watching this lecture and being my student, and I'm going to show you some more stuff in the next lecture. It's going to be pretty cool. Thank you.